We are live. This is the Reseller Wake Up episode 205. What day is today? Wednesday? This week's going fast, man. It feels like Monday still. How you been, Mike? It's been a while since I had a chance to talk to you. What's it been, like 3 months, 2 months since I've even done a show? I think it was April.
It's been a while. And I probably didn't even go to the last few.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, things are good, man. I'm bored. I don't have much work to do. Just hanging out.
Yeah, that is not a problem to have.
Trying to be like you. Going on vacation. We're going to go hit the beach this weekend.
Nice. Yeah, I went to Kansas City a couple weeks ago. Hung out there for a week. That was a lot of fun. Then last weekend I went camping. Spent a few days up in the mountains. Made me want to buy an RV and just drive. Park every once in a while. What's up with you, Adam? How you doing?
Hey, Paul. Good morning, man. Doing good, man. Very good.
That's good.
Not bad.
How's the biz?
Good. Very good. Still kind of rotating into thrifting out of RA, so it's been weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't. Thrifting is really hard to make a lot of money on by itself. If you want to get into the Mike McCluskey range, then you gotta get into do the RA and the OA and the.
I just actually rotating into wholesale. Last week I got my first official wholesale, so starting to rotate into with a publisher and a book company on starting to wholesale books on Amazon. Ones that Amazon isn't even actually on.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
So we'll see how that works.
Yeah. Keep adding those wholesale companies, man. You'll be building up quick.
Yeah, the hard part's getting enough money to, get in the door, to buy enough to actually make it so they want to talk to you. You know what I mean? That's the hard part. Is it's like you need to. Some of them you got to throw thousands and thousands before they're even interested, and then you can get to somebody.
Yeah. But I mean, it's possible to find wholesale companies too that'll deal with you on really small times. I mean, there's probably 2 or 3 wholesaler warehouses in town.
Okay.
Like in Denver, I can walk in right now with cash in my pocket and buy whatever I want, and they're not going to question anything. Like I don't even think I have to show them a wholesaler license or a resale license.
Wow, I'll have to check around and see if there's anything like that. I can't think of anywhere here. I'm sure there is. Like I said,
I just doubt that the prices would be as good as the big boys. I mean, it's when you start dropping $10,000 that you get the real deals. But
yeah, exactly. So.
To be honest, I haven't gotten any that require more than $1,500.
Okay.
And I got quite a few. Most of them are like, it just really depends. Like some of them are the volume discounts. They'll give you like 10% for 500, and then like 15% for 1,000. Then anything over 1,500, they give you 20%. And then to get free shipping, that's when it kind of jumps because I've seen them where they'd be like 3,000 or 4,000 to get free shipping.
Yeah. And that's some of the things that some of the book people have kind of done, and the numbers get crazy. You got to buy. It's not so much a dollar amount for some of them. It seems to be a book amount, like 500 books to lower the price. You know what I mean? So, but when you're buying the books at $5, $10 a piece, that's a big deal. It may not be a dollar amount, but if the books are $10 and you need to buy 500 to get the good price, that it is a big deal.
yeah, kind of crazy. And plus, I mean, I don't know. I would feel really uncomfortable buying 500 of any book to sell on Amazon.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk.
Really. But I don't know. I mean, there are books that have been good for years that, I mean, they'll always sell well because, they just have a good reputation. But it's mostly like, reference books and stuff like that, I think, and classics.
But yeah, it's one of the things going to like Goodwills or the bins or wherever, you get to see a crap. If you're really doing a bunch like I'm going through scanning media and stuff, you get books and stuff will come up used $38 with a 11,000 rank. You go, what? What? No, I need to find whoever made this book, and I need 10,000 copies of it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing, is that when I'm scanning through them, I just started email every time I could. I'd go through the information and start emailing the publisher or whoever I could, or searching the book trying to find more of them. It was like, when you get sub 50,000 or sub 10,000 rank, if you could just get a good amount of them, I mean, that's a wrap. You're talking what, estimated thousands of copies a day sold,
Is it that high in books when it's?
I believe, I've heard that number. I don't know. I know when you get under the 10,000, I've heard people say that they, Amazon doesn't tell you, but people that have sold in there say that they've sold hundreds a day, so they estimate that.
Let's look at FBA Toolkit and see what they say. Let's see, books.
You see under what it is under 10,000. I'd be interested because.
Is books?
Yeah.
Books doesn't even come up on FBA Toolkit.
The number's too high. Nobody will believe it.
Try Jungle Scout.
I don't have Jungle Scout.
Well, you can go. They have the free thing if you go to their website.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like FBA Toolkit, only it's their version. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the demo?
I don't have it on my phone anymore. I took it off because I paid for it, and I don't do any retail arbitrage anymore, so I don't even know where to look anymore.
You kind of cut it out.
You got it?
Retail arbitrage.
Yeah, I haven't gone to a store for arbitrage since like January.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just tracking products, and it lets you track.
There's a track. Hold on, let me.
Mike's gonna school us here. A little education in the morning.
No, that's why I like having Mike around. He's just like gotten more education from him than any single person I know, I think.
Perfect. The reseller.
My top is like
the teaching.
Sales estimator right here. Instantly get accurate free sales. If you Google Jungle Scout, because my internet's way slow because of this.
Okay.
If you Google Jungle Scout, it has like below it, it'll say sales estimate.
And you can search an item that way.
Sales estimator, there it is.
Well, there's a link. Yeah. There.
Okay. So books, inner sales rank for books, estimated 10,000. Oh, they want my email address. Hold on. I guess they deserve it if I'm going to use their thing. Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, my free gift should arrive in my inbox within a few minutes.
Oh man, you lucky dog.
I know. I can't wait. And then it sent me back to the main page. Damn it.
Oh man, you just got honey-holed.
I know, right?
Try the free resources up on the top. Is it?
Yeah, I did. That? Yeah, sales estimators under there. There it is. Okay, books. $200 per month at 10,000.
What?
So, sales rank 100, sells 1,580 a month.
Oh, okay, so there you go. All right, so it's under what? 200, probably 500.
Yeah. But I mean, still, if you find a $30 book that you can get for $5 a book, and you can buy 500 of them, then I would do that.
Oh yeah. Sub 5.
I mean, if they got good velocity, if they're moving, I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're not fighting Amazon,
Yeah, some of them they've never been on, which is odd. I don't know if the people won't deal with them or what. You just come across them and you're like, you look at the trends and you're like, they've never been on here, and they, it's just odd. And it's in there. They have the data for it, and they're on the other ones around it. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, some of these publishers, maybe they just have a hot book that they don't want to sell to Amazon. and because they know Amazon will just tank it and use their clout to get the price down and all that. And then on the other hand, maybe they just don't publish the book anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was selling some coloring books, and I put them under books, and I didn't realize that I don't know if you can't advertise or something, but I couldn't use the advertising to drum up
Really?
business for them.
You can't
Yeah.
do like promoted or pay per click?
Yeah, I couldn't use the pay-per-click. Luckily, I did one and then tried it to set it up, and it wouldn't have let me, so then I did all the rest of them under toys. So I was
Okay.
able to do, but yeah, it was weird. I don't know if maybe it was something I wasn't doing right or whatever, but I just quickly changed directions and to do something else. You might want to pay attention to that. That might be something.
Yeah.
I don't do books at all, so now I cut out books completely. I try not to do anything that's long tail anymore.
I don't like dealing with books either. I mean, it's just I'll still put them up. You know, if I buy a box of, here's how I deal with books. The only way that I ever buy them is if it's at a garage sale or something like that, and I get them out of my house price, and I'm basically fill my trunk up with books for $10. Then I take them to a local bookstore that pays cash or store credit,
Mhm.
and I'll let them go through, take whatever they want, whatever I get, and I always make money doing that. Sometimes I make, 20 or $30. Sometimes I make $200 or $300. And then I just take the store credit and buy gift cards. They sell Amazon gift cards there. Or, well, first I'll walk through the store and see if there's anything that I can buy to resell,
Mhm.
make good money on, because, I mean, they sell all of their older video games for $3 a piece, like anything, PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube. So sometimes, like, they're always really heavily picked over, but I get lucky sometimes and find some good ones. And then, their movies and stuff, all their Blu-rays, movies, box sets, or buy one, get one for $1 for used. So, like, if they have 2 or 3 of that Star Wars collection, there's a few specific ones that are like $60, $70 that I go looking for. And, if I got $300 in store credit, I'll go and buy a couple Harry Potter collections or a couple of Star Wars collections, and pay $70 for them, and then double my store credit, which is basically free money anyway, on eBay. But if they don't have anything that I want, I can always just buy gift cards and Amazon
Right.
gift cards and Microsoft gift cards, stuff like that. And those will sell, like a Microsoft gift card. A $25 Microsoft gift card will sell for $25 on eBay, and you don't have to ship it. You just send the person the code. Yeah,
That's a good idea, especially since you're getting the store credit, so it's already extra money.
exactly. I mean, or you can take half of it and get cash if you just don't want to deal with all that crap. I mean, generally it's about 50% of what the store credit would be.
Mhm.
But then I take whatever books are left and I'll scan all those, and usually I'll pull out a couple that are worth like $10, $20, and I'll just list those, just merchant fulfilled, and it's like whatever. If it sells, it doesn't take up any space. If it sells, then I can do the work of, putting it in like mailing it out and everything, and it's a little bit easier for me. That's actually one of the reasons why I started doing merchant fulfilled, because I was just falling into that trap where I would do an FBA shipment and start working on it, and then a week later the box would still be sitting there and I hadn't sent it out yet. And one time I was just like, screw it, and I just took my box and switched it over to merchant fulfilled, and then stuff started selling right away. And I was packing stuff for eBay anyway, so it's like, well, what the hell? Why do I?
What's the difference? You're still packing stuff,
Dude, I sold one item, like, I don't know, it's been probably about 3 weeks ago or something on eBay, and it was a late ship item because I freaking just didn't even want to ship this stupid thing.
You can't handle it out.
Like, dang it, dude, I have this one thing. I have to pull it off a shelf and actually send it to somebody.
Right?
What?
Label on it. Man.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, my process is pretty good, and I just don't. I've got a storage unit for big stuff. It's easy for me, I guess. But I don't know. I just feel like you got to do all the work up front, and like if you're selling high ranking stuff, it's fine, but I notice I don't really get that much more money on FBA for a lot of stuff like it used to be, just because there's so many people doing it now and there's so much competition. They're just driving the prices down, and
I guess it depends on what you get on and all of that, because what I found is once you start selling more volume, you actually start getting the buy box a lot more, like a whole lot more.
yeah.
And it's like a snowball, dude.
Mhm.
It's amazing what happens whenever you get on just a couple of hot items. And all of a sudden things are selling like crazy, man, because you're getting the buy box.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I've even noticed that Amazon's given the buy box on items where they're on there, and they're selling I have some items where I have them for $7.99. I paid like 50 cents an item or whatever, and Amazon has them for like $2.50, and I'm the lowest FBA after them, and they're giving me the buy box, and I'm able to sell them at $7.99. It's only like one or two a week or whatever, but they're going. Whereas before they would sit. I would have to wait. I was waiting for Amazon because they kept running out of stock. When they would run out, then I'd sell a bunch.
Mhm.
And now I'm selling them in between as well.
Yeah, I mean, I sell so much used stuff. I don't really do new anymore. I haven't done retail arbitrage in 6 months. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, I'll find something that's new in the box at a thrift store, but most of the time that's like damaged packaging or something, so I can't sell it new anyway.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So I don't worry about the buy box at all. But most of the stuff that I sell, like the categories I sell in, like video games, everybody, like a lot of the people that buy video games, they know how Amazon works and they know how to check through the used stuff, and they read the description so they know what they're getting and stuff like that. So
That reminds me too. If you guys are anybody buying stuff on Amazon and you're not checking in there to see if Amazon has it as the Amazon warehouse deals, you are losing money.
yeah, I always do that.
Dude, I bought like my tape, 50% of what I normally would buy I started using 3-inch tape, and I go in there and sure enough, man, they have Amazon warehouse deals. The whole box is crushed. I'm like, it's tape, dude. I'm told 50% off.
Yeah, the corner is crushed or whatever, so big deal. You get the tape and none of it's ruined. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of stuff from Amazon warehouse deals, and it's a good deal. I mean, it's a good. I usually check used before I check. If I need something and I want it to be like new, but I just check used, like new only, and Amazon warehouse deals is usually there with the lowest price, and yeah, easy to get good deals that way. I'll be right back. I need coffee.
Yeah.
They're all over the place with video games and some of the other things, and it's just like I've seen them on games that like the buy box price, if they weren't there, would be like $8, $10, $12, and they're at like 89 cents or $4. And just like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, especially like when a new game comes out, if you're talking about like Xbox games or PlayStation 4 or whatever, the new one will be $55, $60 still, but then I'll use like new, like somebody buys it and returns it for whatever reason, it's like $35.
Yeah, exactly. It's just hard to beat them. I mean, I look for them too. I didn't look for them until recently, until I started really competing with them on things like video games, or whatever. Then I realized that I really should be looking for them. And I was like, oh my God, if this is the price, I need to look around. Then you start seeing them everywhere, and you're like, awesome.
Yeah. I'd like to get in on some wholesale for that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those companies are probably, huge. Like I tried to get who did I try to get? I was looking at what was it? It's like the wholesaler for Procter and Gamble products.
Okay.
Was it Unilever? And then I tried Pedialyte too. Pedialyte has a minimum weekly order of $10,000. That's after you make your initial order. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pass.
I'll be back though, but right now I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, with video games, you can't even buy them wholesale unless, I mean, if a new game comes out, it's $60 retail, you're gonna pay $56 for it. It's stupid. So it's kind of worthless to try and find a wholesale supplier unless you're buying, like you said, $10,000 a week.
Yeah, it's going to your store.
Yeah. But I don't know. So.
Paul, how's your business doing?
Yeah.
It's been quiet this month. This time of year it always goes down, partly because I'm doing a lot less work and doing a lot more, going out and camping and hiking and just spending more time outside. But I also end up picking up a lot more stuff too, which I've been kind of trying to stay back from because I've been buying more than I'm listing lately. I just don't like being inside, man. I hate being inside in this time of year. It's too nice out. I want to be out and just doing something. But, I mean, Craigslist has been really good. I mean, I've been doing a couple grand a week on that, just cash. This is the time of year to do all that.
Cool.
Flipping, like, bikes and furniture and, like, video game consoles and stuff like that.
The biohazard picker has showed up.
What's up, Adam?
Hey, thanks for leaving your light off, man. We really appreciate it.
There's no light over here. So.
Biohazard hicker works in the dark only.
I took the light from up there and put it all the way over there. So, no light for you guys.
Oh. So how's it going, Adam?
Slow. Exhausting. I've got so much liquidation to deal with that I'm just tired of it all.
Liquidation?
Yeah, I'm trying to liquidate all of, like, the stuff that hasn't moved or sold. So, yeah, it's just kind of, like, exhausting to deal with. And then on top of it, all my dad's stuff, and it's a mess.
You're buried under inventory then, huh?
Yeah, and I keep buying, so...
No,
yeah.
So where are you buying this liquidation?
What'd you say?
You have a liquidation source now, just buying pallets, or are you still just doing like...
No, it's not me buying liquidation. I'm trying to liquidate, like, a bunch of my eBay stuff and some old CDs and house items and toys and just stuff that has not sold or was called back.
Oh, okay. Get in sourcing connection and just start building pallets and sell them over there.
I probably should. We're planning on 2 garage sales, and then whatever else is left over is just getting straight up donated and written off.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that, man. Otherwise, you'll end up just messing around with a bunch of cheap crap that just waste your time. I donated. I ended up buying out this video game store. I bought every used game they had in the store, and I never ended up counting it, but it was at least 1,000 games, and I think probably 300 or 400 of them I just ended up donating. Like, it was like, I went through and I had scanned through them before because it was a smaller store, and the guy said it was cool. and then I ended up buying all the PlayStation crap and working him down the price because I knew that he had so many of these Wii games that were like $30 games or $20, you know, or $50 PlayStation 1 like WWF SmackDown games, you know, or whatever. So I knew it was worth it, but I ended up first messing with it. I started listing it and this, that, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, it's not, no, I am not sitting here messing with PS2, NFL 13, you know, for whatever, the next
20 cents.
Yeah, for 20 cents profit, and I get my, you know, whatever I have in it, you know, 20 cents back now.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, it's hard. I can understand how it just, people, I almost did. I started lotting them up for eBay, and then I finally just came to my senses, like, no.
Yeah.
Somebody else can get Goodwill.
That's the problem with having my storage unit. I've got a few boxes of stuff like that I need to just get rid of and donate, but
you have room for it. You have room, so you could keep it.
And it's like someday I'll get to it. And then, but now I want to. I've got 2 storage units right next to each other, so it's been convenient for just the real reason I did it is so that I had room. Like one of them was completely packed, so I needed space to move stuff and like, pull out furniture and stuff like that. But now I just need to get rid of one of them and just go down to one and just blow out all the crap that I don't plan on selling immediately and just listing right away. I mean, I got a lot of stuff that it'll sell well, but I can't even get to it because there's still like half of one of the storage units is so full. It's hard. I'm the worst. One man show, man. You start moving around big tables and entertainment centers and stuff like that, then it becomes a pain in the ass. Couches.
Shoot, man, put a Craigslist ad out for some help or hire movers, something.
Yeah.
Hey, go to the thrift store. Yeah, that's the thing. If you really figure it out, you go outsourcing and just keep track of what you're buying and what you're going to get for it, and then sit down and look at that list and go, okay, I could have paid somebody to do such and such, while I did this, and I would have still made 3 times as much.
Right. Yeah, I would like to find that perfect little helper to do all the listings and stuff. I've tried it before, and I don't know, just never been happy with their work. I haven't found anybody that takes good pictures. Like their pictures will be kind of screwed up. Like they don't know what a good picture looks like, and then they'll have like spelling errors in the descriptions, and if they're listing 30 or 40 items a day, it's hard to go back through and double check every single listing. Then I might as well just do it myself.
Yeah, if you're ended up proofreading, then you need to hire somebody to proofread the person you hired to get you out of listing.
Exactly.
I hear you. It's a lot to turn over to somebody, especially when they don't have the same. Depending on what you're paying them or what you can afford to pay them. When you look at it, they don't see this as like a $200 profit item. You know what I mean? So to them, it's just an old blender or whatever. They don't. Who cares about this thing? They're sure listing it, but they may not know what the price is, or they're never going to have the same appreciation we do, or the same drive to get this done. To them, they're just sitting there like some of us do at work, going, "Okay, 4 more hours till I get to go home." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like they even if they do see, like even if they are pricing stuff and they see how much it's worth and all that, they don't care because whether it's a $500 item or a $5 item, they're making their hourly rate.
Exactly.
So.
Deb.
But I mean, if you get somebody like Deb's helper, then all she does is raves about him, how awesome he is, and
I'm actually mad at him right now.
Oh, no. Way to bring it up, Paul.
No, just because he's been sleeping late. Like, I tell him, he's like, well, what time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, whenever you get up or whatever. And he's like, sends me a message at like noon. And I'm just like, I don't need you. I don't need you right now. I'm not going to drive over there. Because I have to pick him up because he doesn't drive. Like, I'm not going to drive over there and drive back, like, to have you here for 2 or 3 hours and then take you back. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I just totally woke up.
Oh.
Like, I woke up and went, oh, my God, what time is it? And, like, I didn't even have my phone, like, next to the bed or anything. It was in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm used to getting messages from you at like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I just figured you were up, and then you didn't see it. I was like, what the hell? Where'd she go? Oops.
I was
So, what's the craziness about Black Diamond VHS tapes?
I don't know, but
Oh,
I mean, some of them are like, I got these from my dad's closet. The Great Mouse Detective, about $10 shipped on eBay. Same with 101 Dalmatians. Fox and the Hound, about $7.95. And Beauty and the Beast, surprisingly, about $20-some.
I think that's the one that you see all over the internet. Like, I can't believe this sold on eBay. Beauty and the Beast VHS is $500.
It's
So,
this stupid, the
Black
classic
Diamond.
black diamond on the side.
so that's what
Are
you.
they sealed or no?
No, these are used. These are actually from when I was a kid.
Aw, little Adam was all, I'm a hound dog.
So King Flip said, "Don't hire them, just train them to start their own business and don't pay." I actually thought really hard about that. I had a couple of buddies that I trained jiu-jitsu with that we're always talking, and I'm always telling them, about like potential and what I'm making and what I'm selling and stuff like that. And I actually had a couple of guys that I probably could have talked into just coming and working for me for a few hours every day for free, just so they can learn how to do it, like put in FBA orders and put in like printing the labels and how to package everything and do all that, just all the ins and outs. But that was like right as I was getting out of doing like the big FBA orders, so I stopped doing it, or right before that. But I don't know, it's not that hard to find somebody that's willing to do something like that. It's valuable knowledge, and first-hand knowledge is the best.
But we're on the verge of hiring someone full time,
oh, nice, man. Congratulations.
like completely full time.
What are they
3
going to do?
hours a week.
Is it somebody
Everything.
that's been working for you part-time or?
Yeah, it's just we just gotta train her up on a couple more things, and then she'll have enough work to keep her busy full time.
That's awesome.
And she's going to be doing, like, you will not have to do anything anymore?
Well, I'll still do stuff. I still have things that I'm just gonna be doing all the easy stuff, the stuff that I like.
Yeah, he's the brains behind the outfit. He just needs people being his arm.
I get to do all the stuff that requires a laptop.
Yeah.
Nice. So they're basically, you got somebody that's going to be doing all the FBA, like packaging, labeling, shipping type stuff.
Listing, packaging, labeling, the whole thing.
So the only thing you're going to be doing really is sourcing and finding new suppliers and stuff.
Well, she's also trained to find new wholesalers. She's doing that now already.
Oh, wow.
Along with scrubbing the new companies. Yeah. Yeah. Once she starts going full time, it's going to be a different game, I guess. Well, that's why I told you I'm going to start with the real estate then.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about real estate and some of the ways you can get into that and like ways to do it with if you don't have any money to get started. And because I've been thinking about doing it.
It's amazing how you can connect with people that it doesn't even make any sense. Okay, like, I've been buying this shrimp from the Gulf off of Facebook, and I've bought it, like, I don't know, about 4 times now. And me and the guy got into this conversation the last time he came by to drop it off, and I knew he was, like, kind of well-off kind of guy. Like, I mean, he's driving around delivering this shrimp in, like, in a BMW, and I could kind of check his Facebook, and I'm like, this is not, some scrub guy, And we got into this conversation, and we actually ended up getting into talking about investing in real estate. We got into talking about buying pallets and inventory and all of this different stuff. And he's like, well, do you have the money to do that? And I was like, well, I don't really like doing, I tried that before, and it just wasn't my kind of thing. And he goes, because I don't have any problem investing in people. If you don't have the money to do it, I don't have any problem investing in people. And this is a guy I bought shrimp from off of Facebook. Like, you have no idea, just talking with people, like, what the possibilities are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's your ticket right there to start buying those Austin houses.
I know.
Just tell me you need about $1.5 million, no questions asked, no time frame, and I'll get right back to you.
Yeah.
Hey, go for it. Some people, they got a lot of money. I mean, people out there, that means that amount of money means nothing to.
Well, I mean, realistically, though, you can easily get people to, put a down payment on or like buy out a contract or whatever on a house that you've got like a commitment to sell, and they give you $5,000 for a contract on a $400,000 house. They buy it. All you have to do is find the person to sell it for a certain amount. But
cash buyers are the best way. If you got somebody that has money, that is the best way to flip properties.
yeah, just use their money.
Well, you don't have all the holding costs. That's one of the biggest costs for you whenever you're flipping a property. Even if you can get loans, you have to pay those loans while you're flipping the property. And if you're slow, you're paying those loans for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay interest, and then you have all of the issues of seasoned titles and all this other kind of crap. But if you're a cash buyer, it's cash buyer. You own it. Doesn't matter.
Yep. I don't want to get too much into property, like real estate, on this show because this is an eBay show.
So
eBay is an online retail.
Have any sales gone down this month? My sales have just
buy nice houses on eBay.
Can you?
You can buy whole towns.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to say you could name one of the guy who named the town Frankville or Frank whatever. He bought it on eBay.
There's people wholesaling properties on eBay.
Really?
Oh yeah. You can look it up. There's like thousands of acres out in Montana or somewhere that's for sale.
Well, I'm talking about like legit properties, not crap.
Hey man, somebody may need the lumber. You don't know.
I mean, I guess now that you mention it, like 10 or 15 years ago when I first moved out to Colorado, I was thinking about buying like these plots of 5-acre plots out in Alamosa, like way south, and I was just gonna get like 2 or 3 of them, try and get them next to each other, and they were like $500 a plot. I mean, it was like $100 an acre, and now they're selling for about $5,000 a plot. So that would have been a good investment, but I did not do it at the time.
I just decapitated this whole thing.
What are you doing? MacGyver.
Apparently, I'm killing things. I need to.
MacGyver, stop it.
Okay.
Lots of land on eBay for the prepper in you. Exactly. So somebody was asking in the Reseller Wakeup group the other day about using your own website to sell stuff. And, I mean, that's like something, that's kind of like the old model, right? You can't really feasibly do that anymore until you get in. I mean, you kind of got to build up to it by using Amazon and eBay almost, right?
Drive traffic there, marketing. I mean, I think the expensive part would be marketing, just trying to get people to even know you exist.
Well, it can be if you get in with, like, there are different ways to get exposure, especially like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. There's so many free ways to market now that it's not that hard to, if you get a good blogger, like a big blogger who likes your product to feature it or something, or you pay him enough, whatever, and they try out they review the product, and boom, now you've got 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people going to your website. But I mean, I used to do that for people, like when I was blogging a while, like way back, I had like 3 or 4 people. I mean, I had a small blog, probably like 200 or 300 readers a month or something like that. But I was getting $10 a month from like 3 or 4 different like websites. To just put a little banner ad in the corner. So
That's nice.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad.
I think that like having a website nowadays is the way you have to advertise is just like totally different than it was probably 10 years ago. You know, like I mean, you're setting up your Facebook presence and your Pinterest page and your Twitter and your Instagram, and there's a ton of work, and it's almost like you need a social media marketing manager to be in charge of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, really. Otherwise,
to really be able to get customers to your own website. I just feel like it would be. I had my own business on my own website about like over 10 years ago. I don't even know how people were finding it. You know, like.
Were you selling shoes or something like that? Making like
Yeah.
$100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be.
Like I used to ask customers, I'm like, how did you find the website? You know, like how did you get here?
Yeah, I think a lot of time.
What's that?
I was just saying, I think it's a lot of time. Like Deb said, I feel like you would need to hire somebody or put somebody in charge of that, you know, one of the internet marketers or whatever. Otherwise, I feel like it would take so much away from your business growing it. Not that it wouldn't be a good long-term thing to do it, but it's like one of those things that once you have such a business set up that you're making so much money over here, you then rotate over and build this while this is coming in. You know?
It depends on your product too.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you got some private label home run, then yeah, go make, you know, greatproduct.com and be a millionaire, you know.
There's a reason why there's you know, websites that sync with your eBay stuff, because not only are you doing listings, because you still have to do listings on your own website. It's not like they create themselves.
I know.
You know, like,
It's a lot more work to do the listings on your own website.
and then you also have to generate a customer base. You know, so you're doing 2 things instead of one. I'm not sure what people are trying to. Like, are you going to go through all of that work to bypass 9% of fees?
Yes.
You know, like, really? Like, is it really worth it? You know.
Well, the thing is, if you can actually get to the point where people are coming to your website, you don't have competition, first of all. Like, if somebody goes to eBay and they want to buy, I don't know, a shirt, you know, they've got to look through all 12,000 Ralph Lauren polos, and hopefully they find yours. But if you've got your own website where you've got like a clothing website where people are coming, they like shopping there, everything they look at is yours. So if they buy something, it is yours. So you'll get the money for it. And I mean, I guess.
Marketing.
What's that?
Speaking of internet marketing, oh, hi, Jeff.
I don't know, the guru over here. How you doing, Jeff?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a plugin that will, if you do a WordPress site with WooCommerce, there's a plugin that will, like Deb says, sync everything with your eBay, so you only have to list in one location.
Right on. And then if they buy it through your website, does it still go through your eBay store, or do you buy it?
No, it goes through your website, you get paid through PayPal, and no eBay fees.
And then the plugin just cancels your eBay listing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's just another place to get your products viewed, and if it happens to sell there, you make more money.
Right.
You know,
No work.
the way I look at it, it's like all of the websites that actually have investors and put money into what they're doing, where they're, you know, letting you sync your eBay stuff with their website. Like, you know, I've been using Trugether for like 2 years, right? I think I've sold 6 things on there in a 2-year time frame.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they have a marketing department and a development, you know, team, and
they're good at it.
And well, it's not bad. It's not a bad site. Like, it's not a bad thing at all.
You can have a great site and still, if they're doing 10 years ago marketing instead of like.
So what I'm saying is, what are you gonna do, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, if there's a company that, like, there's lots of companies out there that are specific for, you know, these kind of things, and they're not doing very well at all. Like, I don't see anybody just going like, man, I'm really hitting it out of the park on blah blah blah, you know, website. It's like, how much are you gonna personally be able to do yourself? You know, like.
It's just pure luck. I mean, okay, so like, for example, you know, one of my hobbies used to be message boards. I was a freaking message board junkie. I was on probably a dozen different ones where I was really active. I was getting a lot of posts, and people paid attention to me, and I'd done it for long enough that they would let me post in the for sale section. So I would, like, make an eBay auction, and I had, you know, 5,000 posts or whatever on the website or whatever on that forum. So then I could just put a link to my eBay auction in the sales section, and they would let me have it there. And then people would trust me because they were like a member of the website, so they would just bid on the stuff, you know. And I mean, there were different niches. That was one of the ways that I used to drive a lot of traffic to my eBay store when I was first starting out, because I kind of transitioned, I guess, from being like internet forum junkie to eBay listing all day eventually. But I mean, people use Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all that stuff, and if you get good at it, then you get. There are ways to like use apps and stuff to really, like, that do all that for you almost. You know, I mean. I've read a couple of blog posts. I've just never gotten around to trying it myself, which I kind of need to, because there are a few different items that I sell that I have that a pretty much infinite supply of, or, well, not necessarily infinite, but I can kind of get it whenever I want, or I have a lot of them now, you know, and it's like the same sort of niche. So, you know, just.
What happened to those suits? No, not suits. Were they suits or gloves? Gloves. What happened to those things you bought a whole bunch of and had them in storage?
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm talking about is those karate gloves that I've got, like the pads.
Have you sold those yet?
I sold a bunch of them, but there were like 400 or 500 units, and I probably sell like 2 or 3 a week. I mean,
are you making any money on them?
I get $25.
Because I know you had to keep them in storage.
Yeah, I mean, I make money on my storage other ways too, but that just kind of helps pay for it. But yeah, I mean, I get $25 to $30 a pair for them, and most of the time when somebody buys one, they buy several, like more than one.
About 600 of these damn things. I'll maybe sell 1 or 2 a week.
What are those?
They're penis covers.
Those are golf club covers, aren't they?
They're golf club. They're putter covers.
Yeah.
Did you say a penis cover?
Yes, a putter cover. Protect your putter.
Yeah, they might have a hook, you know, who knows?
It's called brass balls. I picked these up. I don't know why I did it, but I got 600 of these plus 200 of these grips. I paid $40 for the whole lot, and I've already sold a couple of these, so it's almost paid for. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, I got to do something to get those marketed out there and get rid of them.
Did you do this at a garage sale?
I was at the swamp meet, the flea market. Oh. I was going to buy 6 of them because they were selling for 50 cents a piece, and I was going to buy 6 just to see how they do. And I got to talking to her, seeing if I can get more later, and she goes, "You know what? I'll make you a killer deal right now."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, I've said $50," and I thought, "How about $40?" Didn't think they would take it, and they took it. And my car was filled up in 5 minutes.
Just got stuck with all that stuff, huh?
Yeah, it was after Dusty. We were talking on Dusty's show the other night about buying quantity stuff and spending more than $1 on something, and so I had to do it to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
stuck with them.
Yeah.
Well, back to what you're talking about on the website. If you have, it may not work, you know, being another bonanza on your own, but if you have a product like your gloves, like I do with my vinyl decals, I sell those both on my website and on eBay. And if I sell on eBay, I put a thank you note with instruction, basically sending them to my website for instructions on how to apply the decals, so I get more traffic that way, and so I get more sales on my website. But I get like 200 visitors a day, but that doesn't necessarily equate to sales. But it's just an extra avenue that I really don't do a lot of marketing for. I tweet, I pin, and Facebook a new product every time I do a new product, and that's all I do.
Yeah, I think hashtagging on Twitter and Instagram are one of the modern, right now, one of the better ways to get traffic driven to your website, just by connecting if you can get a good hashtag out there that a lot of people are looking for and a lot of people are searching, and it drives people to your website, then it's a lot of work to get to the point where you're doing that, but it's upfront work, and once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
Now you reap the benefits for a long time.
Like you were saying about bloggers, I happened one of my Star Wars decals got picked up by one of those geek blogs. I forget which one it is, but it was one of them. Liquid Squid, I think it is. It's one of those big geek sites.
Yeah.
And from that point on, when that sticker was hot, I made $17,000 in 2 months on those stupid decals plus a few others. I'm still living off that income right now.
Oh my God.
It's died down since then, but that's how that can be a good thing. I'm still getting hits from that website, but not as much.
Yeah, so the question is, how do you maintain those numbers, and how do you maintain that? I mean, have you ever thought about getting with some of these big Loot Crate type things, the big box guys, and being like, hey, I've got these stickers, I can custom make you whatever you want, here's some examples of stuff that I can do, and then have them buy stuff for their Loot Crates? Or
they want, because I've had somebody try to buy quantity like that off me before, and they want dirt cheap, where it's not worth my labor.
I'm like, Jeff would just be dead. He's like this little thing.
I almost died. When this thing hit, it was last August through December, basically. I was cranking out decals 24 hours a day. I was dead. I had my wife weeding the decals. I couldn't keep up, and I don't want to even go back there. The money was good, but I don't want to go back there. I like what I'm doing now, just about 10 decals a day maybe, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's when you just take the you take some of that money and you invest in another printer, and you start growing it a little bit so that it's easier to do 10,000 decals in a month.
I think it's the weeding that takes the longest, right?
I never wanted. I don't want to be that big. All these people that want to buy warehouses and do all this work and start hiring people. I don't want to hire no one. I'm happy just doing what I'm doing, make enough money to get by, and buy my Starbucks once a day, and I'm good. Play my video games, take naps.
That's a good one.
Definitely where I'm at. I don't have any big aspirations to make $1 million a year.
No.
Anything, unless I'm doing it McCluskey style. Then that would be fine.
I can't even figure out my taxes now. I don't want to have to figure my taxes out when I do that much.
Right.
All you gotta do is work your ass off day and night for 2.5 years, and you can get to this part.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm already on that plan. I just got a little while to go.
I'm at the point I like. I don't have to work my ass off. I just work throughout the day, take naps when I want to, play video games, watch Game of Thrones.
Yep.
I'm good.
You got a new bathroom?
I got a new bathroom. I like taking showers again.
Look at that.
I take showers every day now.
Whoa,
It's cool.
who does that?
Yeah, who does that?
I had to work my ass off to do that, and that was too much work. I don't want to see another piece of tile, ceramic tile again. I don't know why I got the crazy ass idea that I wanted a tile surround shower. That's work.
It is, but it's so worth it.
You're like the next bathroom's gonna have that poly wall. That's what
I told my wife because she's already planning out the remodel. And said, I ain't doing no tile. It's gonna be fiberglass wall, tub, 3-piece, and done. Or it's gonna be big ass 2-foot wide tiles. I only have to put a dozen up.
Yep.
But it was worth it. It's a nice shower. I enjoy it.
I saw the pictures. They look really good.
Thank you.
I must have missed
Now I
that.
just get my money, get my refinance closed.
Yeah, I've got kind of missing my house.
You're echoing weird.
Yeah, who's echoing?
Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff.
I don't echo.
Yeah, you're echoing. That's okay. It's better.
No, somebody else.
It's Jeff. I can see.
Oh, yeah, it's still Jeff.
Yeah. See, no more echo. Yeah, but I miss having that.
I just muted you.
You're echoing like 100%.
He's gonna turn it back on.
Oh, he left.
Oh, damn it.
It's like, oh, if I can't
What
talk.
a weird echo. I haven't heard one like that before.
I know, that was like 100% echo.
It was like straight up like we were yelling into the Grand Canyon.
Right?
Actually, kind of cool. Yeah.
It went away.
Yeah, it's better.
Now. After all that working on the house crap, though, I mean, if you see my office, well, I cleaned a little bit. I'm so behind because I'd still go out, like when I go to Home Depot to buy stuff or go to the post office. I've still been going to Salvation Army. I've still been in garage sales, but I've just been piling stuff up. I haven't had time to list anything.
I don't know anything about that at all.
Plus, around the bathroom and the paint in the garage.
This is a backdrop. This isn't even real stuff back there.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
just a painting.
every time you do one of these, screw it, I'm getting rid of everything, I'm cleaning everything out, you just pile up everything outside of your office, take a picture of the empty shelves, and then put everything
It would be easier if I just started like putting shelves in another room, and then it just would look like I actually was doing something.
I got shelves in my garage where I put my eBay listed stuff, but now I got shelves out there to put unlisted stuff I haven't got to yet. So I still fill up my office every time I go sourcing, list the important stuff, and then clean my office once a week and move that stuff out there. So I still have more stuff out there I have to. And your office will be the same way. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty good. My little space here it's not that bad right now, but ever since I put this shelf in, it's helped out a lot. A lot of extra space, but
I've been listing. I listed 15 yesterday.
yeah, I think I've listed 15 things in the last month.
That was me last month.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a lot of relisting, and just when I went to Kansas City, it kind of screwed up my store really bad. So when I got back, I spent a week organizing everything again, just in eBay, all my listings, trying to get everything situated and make sure that nothing was screwed up. And I ended up double selling one thing. Luckily, the guy, he bought I sold this sweater fixed price, and then I didn't realize that I had also listed it as an auction because I was trying to kind of pick and choose doing both, and it was just so complicated, and I was winging it. But that was the only thing that I double listed. Of course, it sold immediately as a fixed price. I didn't realize it was up as an auction, and it sold as an auction. And the guy was like, "Oh, it's cool. I don't even want it that bad. I just thought it was a good price, so I bought it." So he let me just cancel it and refund it.
Well, that's okay. I wasn't gonna pay for it anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
He paid for it, but he didn't pay. He was like, "Yeah, that's fine." But yeah, I mean, I gotta get, like we were talking about with just driving traffic to your website. If you want to get your traffic driven to your listings, you gotta freaking list stuff all the time and keep listing, or else Casino will just start shooting down your auctions. And I mean, I noticed even with stuff that I've had listed for months, it's like those karate gloves. I'll go a week without selling one, and then I'll do 10 listings, and then I'll sell 2 of them. It's like, okay, whatever. And I'm the only one selling that brand for anywhere near that price. And I definitely have the most listings on eBay of those. But it's just weird how it comes and goes. But I think it's more like the when you know those featured ads that you get that pop up, or the like when you're searching for stuff, the related stuff will come up on the sidebar. I think that's where a lot of that those suggestions come from. But anyway, it's about that time. I got to get ready to get some listings done and stuff. I want to thank everybody for coming on. And anybody have any announcements or anything they want to talk about before we go?
No.
No.
Nope, nope, nope. All right.
Nope.
Monkey kitties?
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, well, we're still running on YouTube. Of course, you know that if you're here. Hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up on when I post new videos and stuff. And I'm going to try and do some live haul videos maybe, or, you know, just some Q&As or something, maybe some more one-on-one stuff here and there. I've been thinking about what, like, I want to do. And, I mean, I like doing this show a lot. It's just I don't always have time to do it in the morning. And this is my busiest time. This really cuts into my most productive time of the day, hands down. So that's kind of why I've gotten away from it. But, I mean, eventually I want to get to the point where I'm doing at least one show a week again. But, yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for topics or, you know, anything they want to see, you know, then go to the Reseller Wake Up on Facebook. Post it up there. You can also reach me on Facebook. Resale Ronin is up there, but all my links are right down below. Hit that like button if you like the content. If you want to see more, that's how we know that that we should be making more videos. But anyway, Bitcoin.